Hey everyone, thank you for joining in. I'd like to give you a little explanation about the project that we're doing today. This is one of my personal favorite projects. The reason why is because when we first started this project, there wasn't anything here. This building is a two-story building, which I'll give you guys a tour when we go downstairs. And outside, this pretty much was shell. There was nothing in there. The building was sitting for a few years. So we've done a lot of work into it. There's a lot of design that's gone through it. There's a lot of thoughts that's been put into this beautiful building that you could see to make it into a dental office. So I'd like to give you a little information, and then I'll take you guys around with me to show you each part of the office, and we'll talk about it a little bit. But one thing is really important when we do dental projects is to make sure that the flow is great. The reason why is because we have a lot of patients that's coming in. There's a lot of wheelchair people. We have to think about those. We have to make sure that they could get to each part of the office, pretty easy, pretty conveniently. So those little things are very important. Another thing that's also important, when there's a lot of people working, when there is front desk that's working, when there's a doctor that's working, the hygienist is working, there are patients coming in and out, we have to make sure that everybody could go through each other, pass, so it's not congested, right? Everybody has the space, so things work, flow properly. So here in the front is going to be the front receptionist. Here, as you could see, is going to be the waiting room, which I will take you with me. I'll show it to you a little bit. Here, as you could see, is going to be put a nice glass where we're going to contain the area. This is going to be the consultation where the patient is going to be able to come and sit down and talk to doctor or the treatment plan coordinator to discuss the treatment with them, show their x-rays, photos, any plan that's going to be there for their surgery, implants, basically walk the patient from a step 1, 2, 3, and all the way to the end of the treatment. So we're going to have a real nice monitor here and screen where we could do that with the patient. These cables that you see, those are Ethernet cables. Those are very important. These are like the vein for the dental office. Why that's important? Because we live in a world now that everything is digital. Everything is internet. Everything is done on an iPad, on a computer, tablets. So these lines that you see that I'll show you guys, there's so many of them. We have over 100 cables now running through the buildings on both floors. Those are gonna power our cameras. Those are gonna power our access points that you'll see throughout the building. Those are gonna power our Ethernet ports that's gonna be in each room. And at the end, they all connect to the server and the data gets handled properly the way that they have to be handled properly. There's gonna be a lot of security put in place to make sure that the HIPAA is number one, the patient privacy, the doctor's privacy. There's a lot of medical information that's going to go through in and out of our servers. So all of these cables that you see are going to play and act into the whole environment. And then moving forward, we're going to have our room operatories. We're going to have about 7 operatories on this floor where I'm standing right now. On the other side, we're going to have a little office for the manager, for the staff. We're going to have ADA bathroom there, so people could go there. And the same thing as we go forward throughout the whole space. That's number one. I'll like to move you guys forward a little bit, go through each space, and I'll give you a little explanation. These cables that you see, these are for a power. There's going to be lighting. In this specific project, there's going to be a drywall that we're gonna place in for the doctor. As you could see, it's gonna give a nice clean look. So before we do anything, these are all the things that we have to think about ahead of time, how things are gonna come in place, how we're gonna work things out. We're gonna have a junction box right there where all of our cables are gonna meet there. All of our switches are gonna be there. So it's gonna be pretty exciting. So stay tuned. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about a little bit more about the different part of the office until the next video.